I'm Doug Strongman at the Ron Q. Ramacharaka. Thank you for selecting this video on the law of attraction. Before getting going, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, I suggest that you take the moment to do so right now and activate the notification bell feature while you're at it. If by the end of this video you find that you liked it, then please remember to give it a thumb up. I'll remind you later. I think I will remember to do that. And, of course, share the joy of the channel with others, as usual. Now, those things having been humbly requested, the law of attraction. Now, this video content I'm going to read from something that I just wrote in a reply to a comment that had shown up under my video called Don't Get Distracted by the Law of Attraction. I think that's what it's called. At least that's what the thumbnail says, something like that. Don't get distracted by the law of attraction. Okay. So I suggest that if you're watching this video all the way through, please also watch that video. It goes with this. Okay? This is in response to somebody's response to that video. Now, that person asked me to recommend some books on to help this person master the law of attraction. Okay. This is my response to that request. I thought it was, I just wrote it, right, off the top of my head after some consideration for a couple of days, and I think it's good enough to make a video for everybody from it. So here we go. As I promised, I'm back with further info for you, but it's a little different than what you asked for. Remember, I was asked to recommend some books. Well, I've decided not to name specific books, with the exceptions of something common here on YouTube, and number 2, the book Mind Power by William Walker Atkinson. On YouTube, the one on YouTube, you can look up narrations of The Law of Attraction by Atkinson. Just look up The Law of Attraction, or Law of Attraction. You'll find stuff by William Walker Atkinson. Many videos, many of them by that name, and it's pretty much always the same short text being narrated either by computer voice or live voice, whatever. I have not narrated it here for my channel because it seems to just show up like crazy on YouTube. Anyway. Now, Mind Power, I have narrated it the chapter by chapter right here on my channel. The book Mind Power. It's encyclopedic, and it covers the subject of mind power quite extensively. You'll learn more than what is your specific focus, the law of attraction, in that book, but it will aid you in that focus immensely. Mind Power, again, is narrated by me in full here on my channel, the Ron Q. Ramacharaka. But I think I can do better than books, and more briefly than books, right here and now, as follows. So here we go. Attraction, excuse me, as we normally think of it, is a mental plane phenomenon. And by mental plane here, I mean the lower mental plane, the highest function of which we know as intellect. And by lower, I mean functionally bounded to the material plane. This then makes attraction, as we normally think of it, functionally bounded to the material plane as well. Attraction as a law, so to speak, does not stand alone as far as it being a law goes. That is, it's not just a lower plane, a mental plane thing. We have other names for the same basic thing, where it shows up at other levels of operation, at other planes of its existence. With respect to the higher planes, higher vibration rates, etc., the higher set of planes than the lower mental plane, the highest function of which is intellect, where it shows up at other levels with respect to higher planes, we generally call this love. And with respect to the material plane, we call it affinity, specifically chemical affinity. Sometimes we might say something like, he or she have good chemistry together. Man, for them it was just love at first sight. The fact is, the lower plane's attraction and affinity exist due to the higher plane's love. The lower are spin-offs from the higher. They're all the same basic thing at work, but at different levels of function and applied to finer or coarser levels of energy or of cosmic stuff. An even better term than energy or cosmic stuff is conscious substance in motion. Conscious substance in motion naturally entails what we call the life principle. It just comes along with being conscious substance in motion. So we say that all the universe is alive, and it all holds itself together. The terms love, attraction, and affinity refer to that holding itself together. But in so holding, it doesn't crush itself. It doesn't cave in on itself. This is due to the action of the opposite functional pole, which we call repulsion. In nature, they work to balance one another. Attraction and repulsion. And remember, this is a conscious and living affair. And it is substance in motion. And we integrally exist with the entire affair, in it, as part of it, at all of its degrees and levels or planes of being. Therefore, we have the ability to effect changes to it, which inherently and integrally include changes to ourselves. So us mentally affecting changes with respect to attraction and repulsion at the mental level of affairs seems quite natural then, correct? Correct. We do these things all the time. There's no big secret to it. It's an everyday thing for us. You desire to master the attraction side of it, for whatever reasons. So I recommend that you get clear with yourself what your reasons are. Make sure they are of high order and of an ethical nature. Make sure that they root in love. That's the beginner's best starting point. Now, let's move to desire and will. I said just a moment ago that you desire to master attraction. Yes, the attraction side of it. Well, let's consider desire a bit further. Mentally, it is the functional pole opposite that of will. Desire acts in a feminine manner. It pulls on things, draws them in, coaxes them into action, brings them closer. In physics, we have the term force. A force pulls things. We might correctly use the term desire force. Will, on the other hand, set things into motion as well. But it, excuse me. But it acts in a masculine manner. It pushes at things to get them going. In physics, we have the term power. Power pushes things. Hence, we say willpower. So desire and will balance each other. Desire says to will, I want that. Push it closer. And to the that, in I want that, it says, I want you, come here. Will says, back to desire, okay, either sure, okay, or no, switch to something else. And to the that says either get moving and end up here, or it says nothing. If what it said to desire was no. Desire points will in specific directions. And will can control the content of desire. And the two work together to get things done, hopefully in a balanced manner, and hopefully in accordance with our highest conception of love. So, mastery of attraction inherently involves desire and will as mental poles of function, integrally tied in with all conscious substance in motion. But essentially it operates as a mental plane mastery. This mastery of attraction. And we're all familiar with using our minds, so approaching such mastery isn't very hard to do. It's just that the more we understand and apply the basics of what it is and how it works, the better we can do with it. And that the more we practice with it, the more efficient we can be at it. It really then boils down to this following. Let the universe know what you want. Ask the universe for it. And demand of the universe what you want. With desire, draw toward you what you want. And with will, push toward you what you want. And similarly, with desire, draw yourself toward what you want. And by will, push yourself toward what you want. So not only engage the universe in the matter, but also engage yourself in it. Similarly to how you tell the universe what you want, also tell your own subconscious mind the same thing. And then take action accordingly in your daily affairs. At the same time, trust the universe and trust your subconscious mind to do their parts. Don't tell them how to do their parts. They already know. And that's about it. You can embellish prudently as you get more comfortable with this. For example, write down what you want and concentrate on the writing. Things like that. And remember, be careful what you ask for. Nothing comes to you without bringing some other things with it. Probably you'll have trouble finding a better synopsis of the subject than what I have put right here. And that's that. So, thank you again for selecting this video on the law of attraction. If you liked it, give it a thumb up. And here's an idea for you. Even if you didn't like it, give it a thumb up anyway. And if you didn't do this already, I don't know what's going on. Take the time right now, if you didn't yet, to subscribe to the channel and to activate the notification bell feature. And as always, share the joy of the channel with others. And then one more thing. Remember, you heard it right here on Theron Q. Ramajaraga. I'm Turk Strongman. Go be well.